Howdy, this is Mackenzie Franklin from SideGame LLC here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Today we're going to be playing some Marvel Champions. I'm playing as Adam Warlock versus Drang. This is set up for a standard game, but there's a little bit of a twist here. In Marvel Champions, you have a lot of choices when it comes to deck building, and Adam Warlock has one of the best deck building restrictions. He's able to play all 4 different colors in the game, but he's only able to play one of each card, and they have to be equal amounts. So I've taken this as a challenge to play 5 cards from each color, and in those colors, I'm playing what I think is probably the worst card from each thing, and tied in with the fact that they have to be playable at some point. So I've made the most janky Adam Warlock deck possible. Let's see if I can beat this game. Oh my goodness, let's get started. Whew, here we go. So first we got our opening mulligan of 6 cards. Oh, I got my 1 double resource card that I put into the deck. The reason it's that one in particular is because I am also playing the Hulk. So I am not really sure what I'm looking for. I think I'm looking for specific upgrades for Adam Warlock. So I'm going to keep Genius and discard everything else. So I'll go ahead and dump those. Rest of our cards here. Oh yeah, the In-Betweener and the Gardener first turn. Oh, let's go. You know what I'm doing. I'm slapping these bad boys down. Luckily, I have the Milano to help me pay for them. So first I'll play the In-Betweener, which gets shuffled into the encounter deck. Awesome. And then I've also got 2 cards in order to play the Gardener. Ooh, maybe I hold on to one of these wards. So I'll play 1 Cosmic Ward and discard this one to play the Gardener, which also gets shuffled into the encounter deck. And then lastly, I'll use the Milano to play Cosmic Ward. So I've totally set up my board. Awesome. And now I've got these terrible cards that are in the action deck. And let's go ahead and flip into alter ego mode and let's do some thwarting. So I'll spend 1 of my threat here to do some thwart removal. It's now the enemy's turn. So first off, we're going to add the thwart to the main scheme. We add 2. And then after we have phase 1 of the villain phase, we're going to resolve the Badoon charge up ability. We place a barrage counter here. And when there are 4 or more, we're going to take some damage. But right now we're okay. Oh, I forgot to unexhaust and draw back into my hand size so you can see what amazing things are in store for us. Ooh, quantum magic, vigilante training, a pulse grenade. Oh, we're going off next turn. Just you wait. So can't miss those opportunities to play those busted cards. So that's why I didn't use Adam Warlock's special battle mage effect. So we've got that done. Now Drang is going to activate against us. He has a cool 2 attack stat. Luckily, we're so powerful that we're going to use our 2 defense stat to block. Drang's got a defense here. He's got +2 defense, and that means that we're going to take 2 damage. Ouch. But hopefully we get a treachery card so we can negate it with Cosmic Ward. So we deal ourselves an encounter card, and it is, it's our revenge. Oh my gosh, when revealed, heal 2 damage from my identity. Oh my gosh, fully heal and remove this card from the game. That was the greatest thing that could have happened. Oh my gosh, first turn we got to use our effect. That's pretty awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and discard 2 cards to play the Warlock's Cape here. And then I'm going to use Adam Warlock's effect. I get to discard 1 of my cool cards in order to... Oh, but if I do that, I won't be able to play my awesome Pulse Grenade. I'm playing the Pulse Grenade. We're going for fun stuff. And then, plot twist, I am going to do nothing and stay in hero mode. Here we go, drawing 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This might be the longest video ever. Assault Training, and my only event card is shuffled into the enemy deck and gets removed after it's played. We're going off! We add 2 threat to the main scheme. And then Drang is going to attack us again after getting a barrage token, and then I will exhaust Adam Warlock to defend. That's 2 plus... Resolve the Badoon ship charge up ability, which adds another counter to that. So when it gets 4, that's when we take the damage. So no damage though from that attack. And we deal ourselves an encounter card. It is the Spike Gauntlet. Surge attached to the villain. Oh, we are using the Osborne Tech encounter set here. And it says that it's got +1 attack. And the villain attacks you after the attack ends. If your identity took no damage, discard this card. Well, it's a good thing we've been defending with Adam Warlock, like the bosses we are. We need to get a tough status badly. Okay, so we have done that, and then it's got Surge. We've got Badoon Engineer. Force response after Badoon Engineer engages you or activates against you, resolve the Badoon ship's charge-up ability. Oh no! We have 4, which means we're going to take 2 indirect damage, which puts us at 9. That's no good. So that is the end of that effect. We're going to go ahead and take our turn. We do not have a lot of good stuff going on here, so we're going to discard these 2 cards. Luckily, these are special resource cards. I get to deal damage to the villain, and I get to heal a damage for my hero with the preservation. So I'll go back up to 10, live in the dream over here, and then I'm at 14, or 12 to the main villain. I'm on my way to winning. And then we're going to play the Karmic Staff effect, which can generate a wild resource for us. Oh boy. Let's see. I will use the Milano to go ahead and remove 3 threat from the main scheme. So luckily we didn't get wrecked last turn because of the scheme. I'm going to use the Karmic Staff in order to play the Brute Force on Adam Warlock. Heck yes, so he's got an extra attack. Oh yeah, basic attack gets piercing and +1 attack. And yeah, force response. After I make a basic attack, I discard this. So the next time Adam decides to actually attack, we'll be in business. Oh, we can do that right now. So we'll use the Warlock's Cape, and in conjunction with Battle Mage, I'll discard an aggression card to deal 2 damage to an enemy. So I'm going to deal 2 damage, actually, to our main boss here. So down to 10 health, and that is going to activate the special ability of Warlock's Cape. I'll unexhaust Adam Warlock, and it's time. We use the Pulse Grenade. Attack, discard Pulse Grenade, choose an enemy. I choose Badut Engineer, and we're throwing 1 damage at him. Oh my gosh, that's perfect, because we can use Adam Warlock plus Brute Force to get rid of Brute Engineer. Now, if that's not living the dream, I don't want to live the dream. So I think that we're doing pretty good on this side. I think that we are going to, we want to get rid of the Spike Gauntlet. We don't really have the cards to do so right now. I think we're going to risk it. We're going to go into Alter Ego mode just so we can draw an extra card. Oh yes, so that's more of our amazing cards from our deck. Justice is Sir, which is actually probably the best card in this entire deck. Emergency, when the villain schemes, reduce the amount of threat placed on the scheme by 1. It's kind of amazing since we can actually use that. Oh my gosh, but we have to play this card. It's the best card in the game. Okay, we add 2 threat to the main scheme here with Terrestrial Invasion. We add 1 counter to Drang, and then Drang is going to scheme for 1, and that gives him +1. Good thing I came prepared with my emergency, which lets me reduce a scheme that gets placed by 1. So only 1 threat is getting placed on that main scheme. Drang is going to add a ability charge up there, and that's going to deal our encounter card, and it is advanced, but we have Cosmic Ward, Forced Interrupt. We get to cancel the when revealed effects we do not get advanced on. That's pretty dang lucky if we're being real. Going back to us, we'll flip Adam Warlock into hero mode, and do I play? I can't not play this, but Venom. Oh, and that extra encounter card means that we're going to see these cards more often. Do I play Venom or do I go with Eternity? What do I do? It's so many good choices. Forgot to unexhaust Milano, my bad. Okay, let's first do some damage. So we'll deal 1 damage to Drang. Get in there, 9 damage, yo. No one can stop us now. I'll use the Battle Mage ability of Adam Warlock, and I think I've made up my mind. I'm going to go ahead and unexhaust and remove 2 threat with Battle Mage. And we're going to play Venom. It's happening. And I'll use the staff to do so. We'll use the Milano to get rid of 3 threat, and we'll start doing some damage with Venom. So he's going to attack here, and that's going to deal 1 damage to him and 3 damage to Drang, putting him down to 6. And good thing I'm unexhausted, so I can do 1 more damage down to 5. Excellent. And Venom's effect says, after I reveal an encounter card, I deal a damage to Venom to deal damage to an enemy equal to the number of icons in that card's boost area. That's pretty cool, but we are going to get an extra encounter card, but hopefully that means we get to see our awesome red card that we put in there. So we'll draw back up to 5 cards. I got Determination, Mystic Senses, Big Spider-Man, Living Tribunal, and Crew Quarters. This is excellent. If I play this, it goes in the deck, and then I'm going to be able to draw it more frequently. Oh, this is awesome. All right, we add 2 threat to the main scheme, and then we are going to add an extra encounter token here. Drang is going to attack us for 3, and we are probably going to take damage here. I think we're just going to let this through. So he's going to attack for 3 plus 1, so that's 4 damage. I'm down to 6 health now. He does not discard his horn because he's got that extra health. We'll deal ourselves an encounter card, and it is Cannonade. So it's got 2 icons. I'll go ahead and deal damage to Venom. That's going to deal damage equal to the villain, equal to the number of icons. Puts him down to 3 health. Amazing. Cannonade has Hinder, so it's going to come into play with 4 threat, and I can exhaust the Milano to get rid of this. It adds extra boost icons to everything. It's only when the villain resolves things for specific boosts, so unfortunately it does not happen with Venom, if I remember correctly. So I might be wrong on that, but I remember looking at some interactions with like Spider-Ham and Scarlet Witch, and I'm pretty sure that's what that one's about. Who knows? Maybe it's different, but you can tell me in the comments. It's fine. It's back to us in our incredible turn. We have the Living Tribunal, which we gotta play, but we can play Spider-Man. He's pretty cool. Let's go with Living Tribunal if we're doing this. Well, actually, first let's use Venom, and we'll do our 3 damage, and that's going to knock Drang to his next stage, which means he is going to turn into level 2. When revealed, if Drang's Spear is in play, give Drang a face down boost card. Otherwise, we search the encounter deck for the Drang Spear. So we don't have his Spear out, so he's going to come out even stronger. Oh my goodness. This guy's so strong. Attached to Drang. Drang gains Stalwart. He cannot be stunned or confused. Good thing for Drang, we don't have any stun or confused in our entire deck. So we're going to put that there. He's got an extra attack, though. Oh man. What shall we do? Good thing no one suspects the Determination card. So I'm going to discard the... I think, actually... Because I want to play Mystic Senses, so I'm going to. I'll use the Milano and Karmic Staff to play Mystic Senses, which says that every time I use Battle Mage on Adam Warlock, I get to draw a card. Let's go ahead and press for damage. I'll deal a damage with Adam Warlock to Drang. And Drang's new health is 14, so that puts him down to 13. Watch out, I'm doing a big-time rush strategy here. And then I will play the best card of all. I will discard these two in order to play Living Tribunal, and that lets me remove one threat from the main scheme. Putting that to 1 and shuffling this Living Tribunal back into the deck. Hopefully with our Venom, we'll get to see that card and get some sweet value out of it. I don't think I actually dealt 2 encounter cards to myself last turn, so I'm a big cheater. Let's go ahead and do one now and deal with the consequences. Okay, it's another sides game. It's fine. So that's 5, 3. This is literally the same thing. We can exhaust the Milano to remove 3 threat. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's fine. I'll go ahead and remove 2. I'll discard Spider-Man in order to use Adam Warlock's effect, and that unexhausts. And I'll remove 2 from the spatial positioning. Now that lets me draw a card. Okay, we have Cosmic Awareness. That's not going to do much for us, so we're going to go ahead and use Adam Warlock, and I will remove that threat from the spatial positioning. I think I may actually die next turn unless I sacrifice Venom. So that's all of our cards here. We're going to go ahead and discard this fancy Cosmic Awareness, because we're not going to die by threat probably. We're going to die by health. We draw our cool 5 cards. Big damage Hulk. We've got defensive and leadership training, as mentioned before. I don't think we can actually use those. We can use leadership training because we discarded Eternity earlier to shuffle it into the deck. Okay, we put 2 threat on the main scheme. We add 1 here, which is going to deal 2 indirect damage. That's no good. So we'll deal 1 to Venom, and we'll deal 1 more to Venom. We can do some chump blocking here. I'll do that. So we'll block with Venom, which means that Drang is going to do some 5, 6 damage, and that's an extra 2. So unfortunately, Venom does die, but he blocked all that health from us, which is great. And then we deal our 1 encounter card because Venom is dead. So that means we flip this one. It is Power Siphon. We can either exhaust Milano, spend 2 lightning resources, or discard a card at random. All my cards kind of suck, so let's go ahead and discard a card at random from our hand. Let's see. It is... No! The card that's actually decent. That's Power Siphon. It's back to us. Oh, we're so powerful. Good thing I came prepared, and I'm going to play Hulk. And I'm also going to play... I probably should have done something first. We're going to use Karmic Staff in order to play Soul World. I'm almost out of cards in my deck, so that's going to be some value there. We're going to use Hulk in order to deal some damage. I'll deal 3 damage to our big friend here, down to 10 health. And that's going to discard the top card of the deck. It is a brain symbol, which discards the Hulk. So bad. I'm going to deal 1 damage to the main villain here, down to 9. And then I'm going to flip into Alter Ego mode. And that will be the end of my turn. My deck has ran out, so I'm going to get to add a counter to Soul World. And that puts it 1 more card for us from the encounter deck. So this is pretty terrible, for being honest. I'm not doing so hot here, but we only have 9 health on the main villain. I think I have some attack cards in here that are specific to Adam Warlock, but we'll see. We'll shuffle that. We're good to go. Unexhaust things. I probably could have used the Milano in order to remove 3 threat from the main scheme. I'm going to go ahead and say I did that, because that makes sense, right? Why would I not do that? Okay. That is back to us. We drew our amazing hand of 5 cards. No attack. Cosmic Ward seems about right. We had 2 threat to the main scheme. We had 1... counter. Okay, Drang is going to scheme for 2 plus 1 plus 2, so that's 4. So we are still in the clear, actually. It did not pass. And then after Drang schemes, we resolve the ability on a ship, which gets another one. We add another counter here. Our first card is Advance. Oh, yep, it's getting through. So we got 2 plus 3, so that's 5. It advances. And we add another counter here. Let's see what happens here. It is 2A, resolve the charge up, which means we take 2 indirect damage. We don't care too much about that, though. So we'll remove 3 there. We take 2 down to 4, and that is going to come out with 4 threat on it, and it's got like the same effect. So we're kind of okay right now. We just need to kill Drang. He's got 9 health. We got 4, but we got Soul World. Next one is the Arm Cannon. It's another card with Surge. This gives him the ability where his attacks have Overkill and Piercing. Good thing we killed Venom when we did. We can discard the highest cost upgrade we control to discard this card. It's got Surge, Shadow of the Past. Of course it's Shadow of the Past. We're going to go ahead and use Magus. He's got Quick Strike and Toughness. Joke's on him. I'm an Alter Ego. And that's going to give him a Toughness status. After a player resets their deck, exhaust that player's identity and stun it. It's going to be 2 threat on that one. Good thing we just reset our deck before that came out. And we'll shuffle those into the enemy deck. My goodness, there's a lot going on here. So I think we just have to kill this guy next turn, and I don't think we have the things to do it. So I've got some protection stuff. I've got Adam Warlock. I should have 6 cards in my hand because I am in Alter Ego mode. I will use Soul World in order to fully heal, so I'm going back to 11 health. I think I'm going to have to survive 1 turn. So I'll go into Hero mode. And hopefully our Battle Mage lets us draw something worth it. I have another Battle Mage in here, though. So I'm going to discard the Justice Served card, the Dauntless effect, and, ooh, actually, it doesn't really matter. So we'll discard Preservation to play Mystic Senses. And then we will use, oh, actually, I need to keep this one, the Justice Served, because that's the yellow we want. Okay, so we will discard the yellow card here in order to remove 2 threat from this scheme. That will defeat that. And that's going to give us 2 cards with Mystic Senses. So we're up to Crew Quarters, and we drew damage. Can we win right now? Oh, this would be incredible. So I'm going to go ahead and play Karmic Blast, discarding the Crew Quarters and using Karmic Staff. And that's going to allow us to deal 4 damage to an enemy, so we will deal it to Drang, puts him at 5 health. And that's going to discard the top 4 cards of our deck. And we deal an extra damage for each different color there. So that's only 1 extra damage, naturally. He's down to 4 health. So I don't think we're going to be able to win this time, but we are going to play the Cosmic Ward here, so we can negate 1 of the encounter cards. And then we're going to use the Milano to remove 3 threat from the main scheme, putting it down to 1. And then, of course, oh, I missed one. So I should have done a damage here. And then I could have unexhausted and dealt an extra damage. It's too late. So I'll unexhaust these. We've got our hand of 5 cards. The grenade for game. Can we do it? Oh my gosh. Could you imagine if we get our red card here? Oh, that'd be so freaking cool. So that's that. We had 2 threats to the main scheme. Drang is going to body us. So we're going to defend on this one. So he's got 3. Let's see if we got anything here. No reactions. So we're good. So he's going to attack us for 3, 4, 5. And he's got Overkill and Piercing, and that's +3, +4, so that is 5, 9, -2, so he's dealing 7 damage to us, puts us at 4 health. My goodness. And then Magus attacks us for 2, and when that happens, we discard the top 5 cards of our deck. Genius, Eternity, Moondragon, Karmic Blast, and Defensive Training. Oh my gosh, that was bad. So that was all of those cards. So now we deal our encounter card, which is Regeneration Cycle. It's my obligation. I may flip to Alter Ego, and I choose Exhaust or remove this, or discard top 5 of my deck, place it on the main scheme for each different aspect. We're going to do that one. So I'm going to discard top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2 different colors, so we are still in the clear, and we actually have the Milano here. So that's 5. Can we deal 3 damage? I think we can. So I'm going to go ahead and use, let's see. I gotta use the grenade. If I don't, I'll regret it for my whole life. So I'm gonna discard Vigilante Training to remove 2 threat from the scheme using Battle Mage. That means that Warlock's Cape is gonna unexhaust and I get to draw 2 cards. And then we are going to play, naturally, the Pulse Grenade here. And this seems really bad, but trust me, it'll be okay. And let's see if we can win with this Pulse Grenade card. I'm gonna discard it, choose Drang, discard the top 2 cards, and it is no damage. Of course it's no damage. But have no fear, I'll use the Karmic Staff, the Milano, and then 2 cards to play Venom, and Venom will deal the final 3 damage for game. Woo! And that was it. The Jank factor. That was Adam Warlock versus the basic Drang. This is one of my favorite ways to play Marvel Champions, is to just use bad cards. I think it's so much fun because you get to use a lot of cards that you normally never would, and the gameplay leads to moments where really dumb cards can lead to some fun moments. So unfortunately, we did not leave the dream with our cool pulse grenades, but we got there with Venom. Venom did our big damage. He actually probably carried us. Believe it or not, Hulk also did a big chunk of damage, which is pretty funny. This was great. So let me know if you enjoy videos like this, what sort of decks you like to build with Marvel Champions, and if this gives you some inspiration for terrible deck ideas that you'd like to incorporate in your deck building. Thank you so much for watching SideGame Strong.